Hello and welcome. I'm Josephine Corcoran, holistic career coach and astrologer. Welcome to my Astrology for Business weekly podcast or Facebook Live. And I'm excited this week because we have a very creative week ahead. It's a very powerful week for envisaging new beginnings, and there's a strong motivation and drive in the air at the moment to really encourage all of us to connect into what our purpose is and to really find a way to honor that and to take steps to move towards that. And so today I'm going to talk to you a little bit about what's going on astrologically with the planets up in the sky, talk to you about key movements that are happening, and also about the moon's cycle and where it's up to, and all of that energy that is going on up in the sky. We look at down here on Earth and we look at how that plays out. And I'm particularly interested in how that plays out for all of us in regards to our work, in regards to our businesses, and obviously we'll be looking at key things we can look at for ourselves personally, because what's going on personally will impact our businesses. Hi, thank you so much for tuning in. So I'll put my glasses on so I can read my notes. Hi, Mel. Couldn't read you without my glasses on. So I'm super excited about, firstly, the fact that we've got a very creative and very juicy new moon happening in the sign of Leo. And this is probably one of the most creative, fiery, and new, very much about new beginnings and being big picture with what is it that I want to create? What am I passionate about? What do I get excited about? So that new moon's happening on Wednesday in the middle of the day at about lunchtime. And in terms of a Leo new moon, it's always an opportunity for new creative beginnings, and it's always an opportunity to tap into your heart's desires and your heart's sense of where it is that it wants to go for the month ahead and also for the next year ahead until the next Leo new moon. But when I look at the chart of the Leo new moon, which I've got here in front of me, there's a lot of really positive aspects going on in this lunation, not least of which there's what's called a grand trine in fire. And whenever there's a trine, it means that there are three different planets or groups of planets that are connecting up in a way where that energy talks really positively and supportively to one another, so they enhance one another. So firstly, this new moon is situated right next to the planet Mercury, which really brings up opportunity to be embracing what we're passionate about and talking about it and sharing it with the world, because Mercury is all about our voice and sharing our passions. Then it's connecting in with Mars in Aries, where Mars is very strong in Aries. It's our intrinsic motivation. So it's bringing through this actual energy to support us to take action towards making our dreams come true. And then it's also connecting in with the South Node in Sagittarius. And what's happening with the South Node in Sagittarius for the next 18 months or so is it's getting us to rethink about and let go outdated beliefs that no longer serve us. So in a way, this new moon is giving us an opportunity to bring in our heart, sink into what it is that we really want, sink into that knowing place within us that has got ideas and it's had thoughts and it feels so excited about moving things forward. But somehow in the past, we've let beliefs that don't serve us stop us from taking the steps that we need to take to bring things into reality. Well, this new moon's giving us an opportunity to let go of those old beliefs. It's making also a beautiful connection to the North Node in Gemini, which brings in an opportunity for us to actually look for more information, to gather research, to reprogram how we think about things, so that we can actually let go of the blocks that are holding us back from realizing what we're here to realize, and to be slowly, well, not necessarily slowly and meticulously, but really putting in place the steps and the block, the steps along the way as we set the long-term goal, and what are the many baby steps that we need to take in the meantime. So that's pretty exciting. I'm super pumped about this. For the next couple of days, you may feel today, Monday and Tuesday, somewhat like you haven't got the energy, although I feel that there's a very strong energy in the sky, even though we're in the dark phase of the moon. When normally it's a dark phase of the moon, it's an opportunity to really stop and rest. I did a lot of stopping and resting over the weekend, spending loads of time in the garden, replanting and really getting the garden looking fantastic, which I've never really done before. So I got a new creative vibe going on. The other thing that's happening in this new moon that gives us an opportunity to work with and for you to really consider is that there is this opposition in the sky where it's really looking at huge energy. What is, Mel? It's this opposition here is happening where we've got Venus in Cancer, which is that part of us that's related to home and what do we need to be going, what's important to us at home so that we're nourished. And then it's opposing Jupiter, which is in Capricorn, which is that expansive abundance within the workplace. So there's this opposition around the right balance between work life and home life. But interestingly, both of those planets are connecting into Neptune, which is inviting us to work with our imagination in ways that we haven't worked with before. It's also inviting us to be still, to do meditation on a regular basis, to connect into the frequency out there that's connecting into your highest frequency, to connect into the frequencies of love, of compassion, of honoring self. And really, when we connect into those higher frequencies, we are able to find the right balance between home and work. And we may even find that we can combine the two somehow in ways that have been not necessarily possible in the past. And I've certainly been feeling this, and I know lots of people that have been feeling this. And this new moon's giving all of us an opportunity to find that. And I invite any of you that are still working on what is that creative thing within me that I really still need to bring to bear, or you've got the idea happening but there's still tension about, is it even possible? Find somebody to support you. As we move into 2021, it's more important than ever to be collaborating with like-minded people who operate on that same heart-based frequency as you, and really being able together to create work that's of service. So I'm super duper excited about this new moon. And in the Eastern Seaboard state in Australia, this new moon's happening in the 9th house of higher learning, of teaching, of educating, and of mentoring. It's connecting down to our ascendant, which is that sense, the essence of how we put ourselves out into the world. And with Mars, it's also in the 5th house. It's really, once again, we're all being invited to get creative and to bring some joy back and to have some fun. So who doesn't need that after everything we've been going through? This is an amazing moon to work with. And so make sure after the new moon, which is 12:41 on Wednesday afternoon, sit down, write a list of things that you'd like to bring to light, even if they're just ideas that you've sort of thought about once or twice. Get them down on paper. Look at ways to bring it into reality. And then I really invite you to sit with those intentions. Don't burn them, but put them somewhere special. Use candles in your ritual because Leo is a fire sign, and bring the energy into the room through the use of the candles. But certainly, if you can, after that, go down, sit with the moon, maybe even on Wednesday night, and just do a little breath work and have your candle there. Ask for insight to come through. Open your eyes. Write a little list. And I wish you have so much fun with this new moon. It's a ripper. Okay, so a couple of other things that are happening this week. The transformation continues in a big way because, yes, Mars is still in Aries, where it's going to be until the end of the year, so it's in its power sign, but it's slowing down this week, still slowing down as it gets closer to stopping and going retrograde. And as it slows down, it's been making this connection it's been squaring these planets, these COVID planets over in Capricorn that are reconstructing, revising, redoing, everything to do with our economy, with our political systems, with the structures in society that kind of bind us together, and they are being transformed. So you may still feel like with this Mars slowing down and making that square that you know on the inside that you're deeply transforming. And I encourage you to continue to honour that, to continue to put attention to it, and continue to put attention to also where it is you want to move towards. So that is Mars. And then what's also going to be happening towards the end of this week is that we will have the Sun move out of Leo, and it's going to move into Virgo on Sunday afternoon in the morning on Sunday. So a very different energy with the Sun moving into Virgo. So I'll talk more about that next week, but it will be less fiery and much more practical, and much more about what are the things that I need to restructure and rethink about doing, because I need to get organised and reap the harvest of the things that we've sown during this period too. So that I'll talk more about Virgo energy next week. And then the final thing that I also wanted to say is that Virgo will also be moving Mercury, the planet of communication that rules communication, will be moving into Virgo, which is in its home sign, which it's the sign that it rules. So that's happening on Thursday at 11:30 in the morning, 11:29 to be precise. So extra emphasis there on being really structured with how we communicate, being very clear with our communication and being very organised with that. So a good time to organise your emailing systems and any way that you communicate with your clients and people, so that you can find what you need more easily moving forward, and a great time to get rid of and delete stuff that you don't need anymore. Okay, so let's just quickly talk about the lunations and what the energy is there from day to day this week. Before I do that, void of course periods this week that are happening. Hi Marty, how are you darling? Thanks for joining me. Void of course days this week when the moon is not making a connection to any other planets, and it's a time if possible to rest, but most importantly a time to not launch anything new or start anything new or sign contracts. So today from 9:58 a.m. until 3:38 p.m. the moon's void of course. On Wednesday afternoon from 3:38 p.m. until 6:20 it's void of course. And then Friday afternoon, you can kind of slow down Friday afternoon, 1:36 p.m. till 7:15 p.m. Just chill, relax, have a good time. And Sunday afternoon from 2:19 to 8:15 p.m. So there's a few void of course days. There's 4 periods. Nothing to worry about, but just in case you're trying to sign a house contract or sell something, make sure you avoid those time frames and don't sign anything around those, because it can essentially mean things don't go through the way that you'd like. Okay, so today what we've got is that the moon's still in Cancer today, so still a strong focus around the home and self-nurturing and the family and family of origin. Moves into Leo this afternoon at 3:38 p.m. So from Monday afternoon, all day Tuesday and Wednesday until 6:20 p.m. we've got the Leo in very creative, the moon in very creative Leo. So you should feel a bit more passion and excitement and energy about you with the moon in Leo. Then what's going to happen is the moon moves into Virgo Wednesday evening at 6:20 p.m. So it's a great time to get organised, structure, look at your health. If you're looking at starting a health regime or detoxing from Wednesday afternoon from evening from 6:20, all day Thursday, and then Friday up until 7:15 the moon is in Virgo, really helping you give your health a bit of a boost, and your systemising and your efficiency at work. And then what we've got on Friday evening, the moon moves into Libra at 7:15. Lovely time for connecting with friends, great for social gatherings. It's in Libra all day Saturday, and on Sunday it's in Libra as well until 8:15 p.m. and then it will move into Scorpio on Sunday evening, where it'll be a bit more of a truth-telling, getting down to the heart of the matter. So actually a really, really lovely week. There's transformation, but there's opportunity for the new. There's some inspiration available for you to activate with your business. And I'm really, loving the Leo vibe. This is the final week of the Sun in Leo. Go out there, engage with your heart, connect into your inner creative, get passionate, and work with these lunations. Work with the lunations this week, and I wish you all the best. And as always, if you're ready to do some work and connect in with really owning that true essence of who you are, you're ready to understand what your soul's blueprint is, so you can activate that to work out in the world in a way that's deeply meaningful and purposeful for you and actually engages all aspects of you. I'm available here to support you on that journey. And finally, my monthly insights group is meeting tomorrow. We've got a new member joining, and the group's just so lovely, and we're all really enjoying together understanding how what's happening up there is affecting our lives. Oh, and finally, yes, I launched my podcast on Friday, and on Wednesday there'll be a conversation that I'm having, which is I'm so happy that I've had a conversation with Abigail Forsyth, who's the managing director of Keep Cup, the company that has set about reducing waste. More than 1 million coffee cups have not been wasted as a result of the extraordinary work that she and her company have been doing. So have an amazing week, and I'll be back in touch next week. Bye for now.